Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2026, and this is Sliced. IFNF Insights Brief number 2 of 5, the TRARO Framework, 7 elements that predict capital mobilization. The challenge, screening for readiness, not just merit. Conservation finance programs face a difficult allocation problem. Many proposals demonstrate strong ecological value and community benefit, yet lack the structural readiness to convert catalytic grants into mobilized private capital. Without a disciplined screening framework, programs risk funding concepts that remain perpetually one step away from execution. A key insight: the IFNF program applied Gordian knot strategies predictive analytics screening framework TRARO across cohorts 2 through 4, scoring projects on 7 elements: problem, practices, participation, partners, precision, policy, and payers, on a 60-point scale. Retrospective and prospective analysis revealed that TRARO scores correlated closely with capital mobilization, timeline adherence, and partnership growth. Projects scoring above 45 out of 60 consistently outperformed lower scoring peers on leverage, implementation milestones, and scaling potential. Success drivers: what high scorers do differently. Analysis of TRARO compliant high performers, scoring 45 plus out of 60, identified 3 structural advantages. 1. Element level strength across all 7 dimensions. High performers did not compensate for one weak element with strength in others. Instead, they demonstrated competence across problem definition, operational practices, stakeholder participation, partner capability, outcome precision, policy navigation, and verified payers. This completeness signaled institutional readiness, not just aspirational design. 2. Payers as the strongest predictor. Across all cohorts, the payers element emerged as the single most discriminating factor. In cohort 3, first-round TRARO scoring showed that applicants generally performed weakest on payers. Between rounds, applicants improved payer scores by clarifying product offerings and tightening value propositions. Yet it remained the element most closely linked to subsequent capital mobilization success. 3. Diagnostic feedback loops. In cohort 3, applicants received element-level feedback before final submission. Projects that use this feedback to strengthen weak dimensions, particularly payers, practices, and participation, improved their overall readiness profiles and their final proposal submissions and increased their likelihood of receiving awards. This demonstrated that TRARO functioned not only as a gating tool, but also as a key project development instrument. Common pitfalls: where projects score low and why it matters. Vague operational plans, such as practices weakness. Projects that described activities in general terms without specifying timelines, responsibilities, or deliverables scored low on practices. These same projects later experienced implementation delays of 6 months or more, often due to unclear scopes of work or shifting partner roles. Assumed stakeholder alignment, participation weakness. Proposals that treated key stakeholder buy-in as a given rather than documenting co-creation processes or formal agreements scored low on participation. During implementation, these projects encountered resistance, scope changes, or governance formation delays that stalled progress. Policy optimism, policy weakness. Applicants frequently underestimated the complexity of federal permitting, reimbursement eligibility, or tribal consultation requirements. Low policy scores at intake often foreshadowed regulatory delays or unplanned legal expenses during execution. Case in point, an illustrative example. A pilot project targeting forest carbon markets entered cohort 3 with a TRARO score in the mid-40s. The team demonstrated strong problem definition, wildfire risk and carbon opportunity clearly articulated, and solid partners, experienced NGO coalition. However, The payers element scored low because the team named corporates as buyers without any letters of intent or price commitments. Between round 1 and round 2, the team secured preliminary interest from 2 corporate buyers and revised their payer narrative to include specific purchasing pathways. Their payer score improved by 15%, and they received a pilot award. During implementation, the team successfully closed a pre-purchase agreement for carbon credits, validating the predictive value of the payers element. Practical takeaways for practitioners. 1. Self-score before you submit. Use the TRARO 7-element readiness framework to identify gaps early. Address weak elements before entering competitive processes, not during implementation. Number 2. Payers first, always. If you cannot name a specific buyer, client, or offtake counterparty with documented willingness to pay, your project is not yet ready for pilot or scaling capital. Return to feasibility and demand validation. Number 3. Treat TRARO as a development tool, not just a gate. Capital allocation programs that provide TRARO's element-level diagnostic feedback enable applicants to strengthen proposals between rounds, improving overall portfolio quality and reducing execution risk. That's it for IFNF Insights Brief number 2 of 5. Insights Brief number 3, From Experimentation to Scale, How IFNF Evolve Across 5 Cohorts, will be released next month on Tuesday, May 12th.